We are live. We just got finished talking some NFL with Meg, but now we're here to break down the NBA card. Tyler, at one point last night, I thought it was going to be such a great evening. Sacramento Kings were about to pull the upset as 7-point dogs against the Golden State Warriors. The Los Angeles Clippers were crushing the Los Angeles Lakers. It felt like it was going to be a dream night of basketball. I should have just fallen asleep. The King, I even tweeted out, why is Clay in the closing lineup? Clay hits the final shot against me. And then LeBron, man. I mean, am I ever going to get rid of this guy? Bro, this guy's going to be putting up like 30 points for like 10 more years.
Yep.
Absolutely disgusting. Credit to him. Credit to the Lakers. Your thoughts on the basketball last night, man? I thought it was a fun night. We got back on track, and we even left some winners on the board.
No, just one funny thing that popped up on my phone real quick, Spread. We definitely left some winners on the board. Just to touch on one game we talked about on our show with Meg just recently, the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They're playing basketball in the Raiders locker room right now. Devontae Adams playing one-on-one with his little teammate. And they were making fun of him. They said he touched the ball more in that 30-second video than he touched the ball on Monday night.
I'm telling you, the vibes are immaculate, Tyler.
Yeah, so maybe
and Joey works in the chat, and I've been telling everyone that the Raiders are going to beat the Giants. He's probably going to give us a thumbs down now.
Yeah, our guy Joey works in the chat. He just cashed that Rangers World Series ticket. Crushed baseball season. And definitely make sure you tell our guy next baseball season, one of the best MLB guys we got.
He's probably watching the show in line at the bank, ready to withdraw all that cash.
Yeah. Counting all the money.
Yeah.
But I mean,
all right.
Short four-game slate tonight. We'll definitely find some winners on this one.
Okay, here's the one thing I want to. I know you were mad at me for taking that Pistons over. 17 points in the fourth quarter, man. It was so funny. Cade was so close, and he just disappeared, man. He was sitting there, and he was like, "I'm going to make everybody talk about me as a true, top 10, top 20 player." A little disappointing there at the end, but that's what's going to happen when I'm betting on bad teams. And I know you keep warning me against that, but it's never going to stop. Any other takeaways from last night? I mean, you want to take some time to slander the Grizzlies, or?
No, I mean, we know they suck. my biggest reasoning why that I think we shouldn't have took that total in Detroit, and looking back on it, is we should not be taking overs with teams that can't shoot. Neither team could shoot on the floor last night. You couldn't look up and down their rosters and tell me a three-point shooter that was going to go out there and make 3 threes that night. So it was like, these guys are going to have to get to the rim relentlessly to get to that over. I know in the fourth quarter we got screwed too, but still, it's like,
bro, it was a 44-point fourth quarter.
Looking back,
like we bet it at 214. The live total was like 227 going into the fourth.
Looking back on it though, it's like teams that can't shoot, like, they were bound to have a dry spell. Their dry spell just so happened to lose us the bet.
Well, I hope you guys are paying attention, because we're going to be having this argument again.
Just like another dry spell that we predicted right, Spread. The Heat, you need to get on the side with me, Spread. That team is not good. They definitely aren't a regular.
Bro, did I bet with you last night?
Yeah, but first couple games you were trying to bet the Heat, and it's like, no, I'm trying to tell you they suck. They're not the team that was in the finals.
Okay. You said I'm going to take the Nets, and I said you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you're bought in on our side over here now. We are fading the Heat when they are laying points. We are not backing them, regardless of who they play.
Are we going to be fading the Philadelphia 76ers, Tyler, as they are at home? They're laying 7.5. The total's 214.5. That's a game that we kind of artfully dodged yesterday. The Raptors and the Bucks. I'll tell you what, Tyler, as someone who bet that Raptors team total over, I believe that was Monday night. Maybe it was Tuesday. Regardless, no, it had to have been Monday. And they couldn't even score against Portland. And then we were joking around. I said their offensive rating's like 75.4. Then they go up and just score against the Bucks. Like, does that mean anything at all?
Yeah.
Like, so for example, the Nuggets losing, that doesn't mean anything. Whoop-de-doo. They were going to overlook a team sometime, right?
Yeah, for sure. They were definitely going to do that. Minnesota had all the motivation to beat them there too after the playoffs.
But I'm saying for the Bucks, I mean, now we're continually seeing their defense fail to perform. We talked about losing Holiday. How bad is it going to be there for that Bucks defense?
I mean, it's still early. I think it's just the feeling out process of new players that showed up like a week before the season started, plus the new coach. So like they'll be fine as the season goes on. In my opinion, it's just growing pains with all the new stuff there. But Toronto just would they finish the game spread as a team shooting the ball? They were like 55% from the field, like 45% from three. I don't think they missed a free throw, so they shot damn near perfect for the entire game. It's damn near impossible to beat a team shooting 50, 40, 90 splits as an entire team. They blew them off the floor. I don't think you get that same game here though.
But okay, first of all, these teams have not liked each other for a while. Toronto's also going against their former coach. Who do you think that helps?
I don't think it affects either because they've already played once this year. I think all that extra motivation because you're playing your old coach and everything went out the window.
I think it helps Philly.
I think it.
What's the motivation in actually knowing how to stop these people and spending years scheming around their weaknesses?
Well, yeah, it helps with that, but I don't think it adds any motivation to either side. They've already.
I don't think it adds motivation. I think it's advantage Philly.
Yeah, advantage Philly. I'm not worried about the guys they're missing really because it's like Marcus Morris, Covington, Batum. Like none of those guys were there anyway. So it's like Harden was sitting out. Maxi's gonna play. Embiid's going to play. He should be feast on this Toronto front court.
Especially with Precious Achiuwa most likely sitting.
I think Philly wins the game. 8 might be one too many points, though. Like, that's a lot. I know Toronto's on a back-to-back coming down from Toronto into Philly. But I could see this staying a little closer. I would want to bet it through an Embiid performance double, like a double-double and win or a 30-plus points and win. But for some reason, FanDuel has this game locked right now. Like DraftKings got the game open, your books have the game open, FanDuel locked.
Yeah, let me double check, make sure they do. That's right, a bookmaker. The line has not moved since I introduced it. If you guys missed it, 76ers minus 7.5 total, 214. Tyler, of course, the Raptors played last night. The 76ers did not. So the rest advantage goes to Philadelphia. They're at home. 7.5 seems like a little bit too much for me.
Here, I can get in. For some reason, they have on FanDuel the spread, the money line, and the total locked on the game. When you click on the game, every other bet's open. So I can go bet any prop in this game I want, but I can't bet the side and the totals.
That's weird. All right, anything more on this game? I have this game at 8 by the 76ers. I got the game at 222. But we've talked about it before. My Raptors numbers are always off when it comes to totals, right? Do you remember last year we identified that? Every single game, I have the Raptors to go over like 99% of their games. So,
yeah, I wouldn't bet a total here. If anything, it'd be a Philly team total. Toronto coming down to Philly on a back-to-back after posting the best shooting splits of a team this year across the board. They're due for regression. I don't see them shooting that well again. And I'd just rather stay away from the total in this one.
Detroit Pistons are +5. They're in New Orleans taking on the Pelicans. I know Zion will sit. We're waiting on news from Brandon Ingram. Jalen Duren, questionable. Alec Burks, questionable. Larry Nance will play, and Jose Alvarado will be out. Tyler, with no Zion, Pelicans laying 5. Total's 215.5. Numbers like the Pelicans, but the numbers had Zion in. I don't know. We'll have to. How much is he worth?
A lot.
I know.
Like a lot. Enough to be pushed to the Pistons here.
I mean, if they didn't burn me last night, I'd been like pounding the drum.
Just think about it now. This isn't just Zion missing. Trey Murphy's also out already. So it's like, where's this offense going? It's like, they'll push it to CJ. It's like that Thompson twin is going to put CJ in a blender on defense. I'm on Detroit here. I think they bounce back after the rough game against Portland, and they win right here.
So you're not worried? Oh, both teams played last night.
Yeah, both teams played last night.
Detroit coming off a heartbreaking loss. Pelicans coming off a pretty chest-pounding win, right? A win over OKC means a lot more.
I thought the Pelicans lost last night, or did they come back and win that game?
The Pelicans beat the Thunder, didn't they?
Unless I glanced at the box score before. Okay, yeah, they did come back and win by 4. Yeah, they dominated that second half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they fought back, they won. But in the process of fighting back and winning, you're playing all CJ McCollum, 37 minutes. Jordan Hawkins, 37 minutes. Like, they're playing
UConn
guys
legend.
like Matt Ryan and Kiara Lewis, meaningful minute spread. And now Zion's out, so you take a body out of that rotation. I think it's Detroit here. Better coach. I think they have the more talent now with Zion on the bench. I'm on Detroit here to win the game. And plus the points.
What the heck are you talking about time zone change, Clyde? Whatever. All right. We both like the Pistons +5. The Orlando Magic are -1. Total's 220. Tyler, some smart people I know are on the Magic. I don't get it. Like, the Jazz shot really well last night. So I guess you can make the argument the same way that you did with the Raptors, right? You're coming off the best shooting night of the year. I mean, I think the Jazz were 55% from 3 in that win over Memphis. But Orlando just spent 2 nights in LA. They're a young team. Paolo really hasn't played that well. You know, a lot of our optimism on the Magic was that he would continue to improve. I haven't necessarily seen that. I know everybody likes the Magic. I like the Jazz. What am I missing?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm with you. I think I'm on the Jazz. It's like they're at home. I know they have a home court advantage.
Yeah, it's a legit home court advantage.
The Magic have won 1 game on this West Coast road
They
trip.
beat Portland by 5.
Yeah, so I think it's Jazz or pass here. Like, I think Markkanen's the best player on the floor. I think Kessler's going to give them problems in the middle. The guard play is going to cancel out on both sides because neither teams really have dominant guards. I know Isaac's back in, so that helps the defense. But the Jazz, I think, can withstand just one guy's defense. I'm on the Jazz here, spread. I think they just come back out on their home floor and win another game.
Yeah, I think we both like the Jazz here. Total is 220. I have this game at 223. Not a big edge. Any feel there? If anything, I wouldn't play the over. If our Jazz handicap's correct, we could see another flat performance from the Magic, and that would lead this game to go under. So even though my numbers like the over, to me it's under a pass.
Yeah, I'll probably stay away from the total. The Jazz can put up points in bunches. That 221 could be in danger, but the Magic could lay a dud for you too. So it's a complete stay away from me.
Clyde, the Pistons played in Detroit last night. All right. We both like the Jazz there. So, yeah, that'll probably be an official play. We'll put those up on the sheet as soon as we're done. Tyler, for this last game, of course, it's a rematch of the exciting game from Tuesday night where I messaged you the whole first half. I knew that I should have taken the Suns. How did I not take the Suns? What's wrong with me? That was the easiest bet on the board. Lo and behold, it was not. As not only did the Spurs cover, they came back and got the straight-up win. Once again, KD can't go down the stretch. I mean, it just continues to make what LeBron's doing so impressive. And I absolutely hate this because he's so annoying, right? But now with Devin Booker back, the line to me is saying Devin Booker's going to be back. Suns are -9, total's 227.
Yeah, you see how quick that timetable for no return switches once you lose a couple games with these guys. So if Booker plays, the Suns should cruise here and just win this game pretty easily. If he's out, though, give me the Spurs +9. What changes from the other night? Like, the Suns guys around KD shot very well, and the Spurs were still able to keep that game close. Like, once they started running the zone defense, it really started to give them fits. They know how to keep this game close, and if Booker ain't there, I'm all over the
Booker's going to play.
That Q tag doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play.
The line from 7 to 9 means he's playing.
Yeah, but we watch NBA lines go jump up like a guy's going to play, and then they jump right back down right before the guy gets rolled out. So it could just be playing that game of let's move the line up, thinking he's going to play, get some money on them. Line jumps back down and falls right in between.
All right. If Booker plays, I'll lay it.
If Booker plays, I'll probably bet it through like a performance double, like him to get 7+ assists and they win or something.
Okay. All right. Anything else in general on the NBA? It's going to be a quick show today, Tyler.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't love the slate.
It's not fun. It's only 4 games.
Do you think they thought they were going to go head-to-head with World Series or something?
They always do this on Thursdays. Still
but
football
usually they have,
season.
I guess Spurs Suns is supposed to be good. Okay,
Yeah,
I can understand what they're
season.
doing, I guess. Yeah. All right. So there you have it. Just to give the people, what do you think we're going to end up tagging? The Pistons and the Jazz?
Yeah, I think so.
Any totals?
No.
Okay. Well, normally I think that there's a bigger edge on totals than sides at this point of the season, but I don't like any of the totals here tonight. Like I said, the biggest edge is to the Raptors, but I also know the Raptors are my biggest flaw as far as teams that I'm able to accurately project. So there you have it. There, that's the show for today. Guys, sorry it's quick, but I mean, I don't know, unless you guys want to hear us debate, like, who's better, Jordan or LeBron, or, start, bench, cut, not much more on a 4-game slate with not a lot that we love. Tyler, anything else before we start getting ready for tomorrow? Although, Tyler, tomorrow's a 7-game slate, and that little tournament begins tomorrow.
Yeah, the in-season tournament starts tomorrow.
A little smaller, though, for a normal Friday, huh?
Yeah, should be a little fun one. I think you could kind of like figure out like, all right, these teams got to play each other a couple times in the next couple weeks. So just if you see one guy dominate a matchup, just make sure you take note of that because you're going to see that team again in the next couple of days after that. So could easily exploit a matchup a second time around. Just watch the courts in this in-season tournament spread. There are going to be some ugly hardwoods in this tournament. They're going like full solid colors.
Yeah, I saw that. They look like Boise State, right?
It's so bad.
Yeah. Clyde, we're not talking about the Lakers again. I gave them their props. That's all you get. Huh. I'm not reliving that nightmare again. Tyler, do you know how happy I was around like 8:30 Pacific? Kings were beating the Warriors. Clippers were stomping the Lakers. You just said it to be a wonderful night.
Can we talk about Scoot being just not what everyone thought he was?
I mean, what, 4 games in, a point guard's having problems? We can't take much away from that, can we?
Well, there's not even like a little flash of like, oh, there it is. Like you seen it. Like there's nothing there.
Did you think? I was thinking about that last night. Brandon Miller played pretty well.
Like Jalen Green, for instance, like we all watched him the first year. It's like, he might not have it, and then it'd be like, here's a 40-point explosion. It's like, oh,
bro, can we talk about? You didn't answer me. Did you see that Şengün pick and roll with Green to seal the game?
Yeah, that was good.
Dude, our 2 guys are gonna lead that team.
Yeah, that's
what's so disgusting to me as a Kings fan. If we would have drafted Şengün like I freaking said, we basically would have had Sabonis for free and still had Halliburton.
Yep.
What's the difference between the way Şengün's playing right now and Sabonis? Really? Really? Şengün might even be a better passer. Sabonis is more polished right now. But I don't know, man. Şengün's already pretty close. It's boy. He's going to be really good, Tyler.
Oh, no, he's definitely going to be really good. Yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing about Scoot is, like, these other guys have shown flashes, and I just haven't seen a flash out of him yet to be like, there's the talent we've seen in the G League.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what's standing out. He's not this athletic marvel that we thought, right?
No,
he was getting comped to, like, Derrick Rose and Russ.
Yeah, he was supposed to be athleticism, and it doesn't – if you don't have that and that's what you were supposed to be – I don't think he should have been picked where he was picked.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple times with other players. Like, I don't know if Johnny Davis is the perfect example.
You see it with the Thompson twins. Like, watching them play, it's like these guys might not be able to shoot right now. but they can defend.
Bro, but they're athletes.
Yeah, they could defend. They can get to the rim. Like, they could rebound. Scoot's just not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to argue through there because I thought the Blazers were lucky, but maybe Miller was the right pick. So, and it sucked too. While we were still winning, it was going to be a huge Keegan Murray game. He was playing well.
Doesn't this feel like a misprice on this award real quick? Just something I noticed.
Yeah.
With the way their team's situated right now, of course, the guy has to start. But if the Suns somehow manage to get healthy enough to where Eric Gordon's pushed back to the bench, that dude can't win Sixth Man of the Year at 23-1.
I mean, doubt it, but I don't know.
I mean,
in one of my chats, they love those awards, and they thought, who did they think was a no-brainer?
Probably quickly, Tim Hardaway. Sixth Man, the Sixth Man award, the odds go like this. They go Tim Hardaway, a favorite, quickly, Cam Thomas tied, Malik Monk, Chris Paul, Kelly Oubre, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Malcolm Brogdon, Eric Gordon, Buddy Hield, Kuminga, Gary Trent, LeVert, Westbrook.
Yeah. What do you think of Russ?
I don't want anything to do with that team.
Okay. Jason Graham says a 3-point shootout, 3 shots from each of the 5 spots around the arc. How many do each of you make?
Like right now?
I was going to say, without practicing, I'd probably make 2. But if you gave me like a month of practice, I'd probably make, there's 15 total. I'd probably make 6 to 7.
I don't need a month of practice, but you just got to let me knock the rust off. I haven't shot a basketball in a while.
Yeah, it would take me a little while too, because one thing I noticed when I did get out there, Tyler, is your range isn't what you think it is.
It's not even just that. It's like once I pick back up the ball, it's like, yeah, the muscle memory is there shooting it, but like it's the distance of like I can shoot from here and you let it go.
And you
it's
can't.
Like, wow, it's like I was 4 feet short.
Yeah.
Or like you try and shoot it, and it's like I'm putting extra oomph on this to make sure it gets there. And you shoot it over the hoop.
Yeah. So yeah, Jason, I don't think it would be pretty. I don't think it'll be pretty. So.
No.
All right. That's it for us. We're gonna get off, and we will be back tomorrow. We're going to do NBA first tomorrow, right?
Yep.
NBA will be at 3 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yep.
NFL 4:30 here on Nuke the House. Give us that thumbs up. Guys, not a lot of plays today, but if you're just joining right now, we're going to take the Jazz and the Pistons. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.